New York City, the 1920s. Steam hisses from the manholes. Speakeasies glow behind boarded-up windows. And beneath it all, a silent empire begins to take shape. Before the world knew the name Gambino, there was only the mob. 5 families already locked in a Cold War for control of the American underworld. But no family sharpened its blade quite like the one that would one day become the most feared of them all. The beginning of a dynasty, 1930s to 1950s, the Castellamarese War. The Mafia in New York fractures into 2 warring factions. Blood spills in stairwells, on street corners, in barber chairs. Out of the chaos rises a methodical, ambitious figure. Carlo Gambino. Quiet, almost ghost-like, but lethal. Gambino wasn't a man of noise. He was a man of results. While others fought loudly for power, Gambino simply waited, listened, and struck with precision. The assassination of Albert Anastasia. By the 1950s, the family was known as the Anastasia family, ruled by the unpredictable Lord High Executioner Albert Anastasia. But Anastasia's temper, his violence, and his recklessness made him a liability. October 25th, 1957, a barbershop in Manhattan. 2 masked gunmen walk in. Anastasia never stands a chance. With Anastasia gone, the quiet man finally stepped into the light. The family had a new leader, Carlo Gambino. Carlo Gambino, the Gentle Dawn, 1957, 1976. Gambino takes control and immediately reshapes the organization. No more public violence, no more unnecessary heat. Building an empire, under Carlo, the family expands into construction, labor unions, trucking, ports, gambling, loan sharking, narcotics. Money flows like a river. The Gambino family becomes the wealthiest mafia family in America. While other bosses flaunted their power, Carlo hid his. He knew the FBI watched the loud ones first, so he stayed silent, invisible, untouchable. The commission. Gambino strengthens his political power inside the Mafia commission, forging alliances and isolating enemies. He even arranges for bosses to die or be jailed, without ever lifting a finger. By the time he dies in 1976, he leaves behind the most powerful family the American Mafia has ever seen. The reign of Paul Castellano, 1976-1985. Carlo chooses his cousin, Paul Castellano, as his successor. A businessman, a strategist, but not a street guy. The disconnect. Under Castellano, tensions rise. The old-school soldiers resent his arrogance. The rising street crews, especially those led by John Gotti, see Castellano as weak, out of touch, and disrespectful. The Gambino family was an empire built on respect. But when respect dissolves, rebellion is only a matter of time. The sparks that lit the fuse. Castellano bans drug dealing, threatening death to violators. Gotti and his crew, deep in the heroin trade. The writing is on the wall. One of them has to go. The Gotti coup, 1985. December 16th, 1985. Sparks Steakhouse, Manhattan. Castellano steps out of a car. Gunmen emerge. Shots echo across the street. The boss falls. In one savage moment, the old order collapsed, and a new king rose from the smoke. John Gotti becomes boss. For the first time in decades, the mob isn't hiding. Expensive suits, flashy cars, media attention. The public loves him. Law enforcement hates him. But inside the family, power trembles. The fall begins, 1985 to 1990s. The FBI strikes back, testifies, and destroys the organization from within. 1995. Gotti is convicted of murder and racketeering. The rise of the Gambino family had taken 50 years. The louder the family became, the faster the walls closed in. Aftermath and legacy. Though battered, the family never fully disappears. Leadership passes through several hands. New York changes. The world changes. The Gambino crime family defined an era of organized crime. Their rise wasn't just a story of power, but of the choices that ultimately destroyed it. The empire that never sleeps. Fade out over images of New York at night. Not how they ended, but how they rose. Quietly, violently, inevitably.